When you're simply suppressing your urges, trying to push them down, push them away, you haven't actually changed anything. You haven't changed any part of yourself. That aspect of you is still in there, just shoved down somewhere in a dark closet where it's getting stronger and stronger and starting to rot inside of you. Hey guys, I'm Jonathan White. I'm here to help you master your sexual energy so you can manifest your ideal life. If you want to learn more about sexual mastery, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to stay notified when I release new videos and go live. Make sure you get my free ejaculation control course through the link in the video description below. Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to talk about the topic of how to deal with sexual urges. So I get this question a lot from men who are practicing semen retention or nofap, and they ask, how do you get rid of sexual urges? And the short answer is that you can't. As long as you're in a human body, you are in a polarized sexual body, you're always going to have sexual urges. But the whole key issue here is, do you let these urges control you and drive you to take action on them in a way that causes a negative reaction in yourself? Or do you use these urges as fuel, as a drive to do something a bit more creative at a higher level of expression of this energy? What is a sexual urge? A sexual urge is simply your biological body saying, hey, we have this drive, we have this sexual drive to go out, to complete ourselves, to connect with the opposite sexual polarity, to give birth to something, to create, to experience orgasm and connection. So this isn't inherently a negative force, right? But I understand when you're practicing semen retention and your goal is to build up your vitality, to build up your life force in your body, when you're still controlled by these lower sexual impulses, and it brings you back into a loop of repeating old habits, of jerking off to porn and ejaculating into a tissue, then yes, that is a problem. So the whole thing here is not to feel like you have to suppress these urges or make them go away. That is a mistake. You will always be in a battle. You will be spending a lot of energy fighting these things, and eventually it will take control over you in the end, because that which you suppress becomes stronger over time. So you start to reframe how you see and how you experience a sexual desire, and see that these urges are your virility, their potency, their pure potential energy. That's what your sexual energy is. When you blow it out, it's gone, right? You have to recover. You have none of that drive for maybe a few hours, maybe a few days. So you can actually use this creative potential sexual tension to do something higher than just get off, right? You can use it to create art. You can use it to build your charisma, your confidence, to build your relationships. You transform this raw, crude energy into something else. But what you're really tapping into is that pure creative potential, that drive and that ambition that, would usually drive you to go find something to hump or find just the right porn video to jerk off to. We want to use this energy for something a bit more meaningful. At least I do, right? And I imagine you do too if you're watching this. So you start to associate this sexual urge as being a beneficial thing. You say, oh, there's my body. It's healthy. It's virile. It's ready to procreate. That's great. I'm in good sexual health. That's a wonderful thing. There's a lot of people who can't say that. And you use that energy, that raw energy, for creativity. You use it for momentum in your life. You let it drive you to take action, to be productive. It starts to drive your ambition when you're able to channel it into that. And that gets into having a practice of working with sexual kung fu exercises, because doing semen retention without having any skill of working with sexual energy is a recipe for disaster at best. But it's not that difficult. You simply work with the microcosmic orbit, which is the whole pathway of channeling the sexual energy upwards to the rest of the body. It becomes rewired into the rest of your system and integrated as it's meant to be, as a more conscious force of power and creativity. So the urge itself isn't the problem. It's your habitual pattern that you have. You have a habit of letting that urge drive you to impulsively bring it to completion by ejaculating out of your body. That's the problem. That's a habit that you personally created. And it's not really your fault. You were conditioned to by society and by the porn industry, but it's now your responsibility to change that pattern. Now that you know, it's your responsibility to correct this issue. So you create more space in your body by doing internal practices so that you can hold and have a space to transform that energy into pure, creative, loving, expansive, spiritual energy. And it becomes an unstoppable force, an endless source of creative potential. You blow it, it's gone, at least for a little while. You build it and you build it, you become comfortable with that sensation of raw sexual desire and allow it to turn into raw creative potential, raw acceleration of your life path And that is sexual transmutation. When you're simply suppressing your urges, trying to push them down, push them away, you haven't actually changed anything. You haven't changed any part of yourself. That aspect of you is still in there, just shoved down somewhere in a dark closet where it's getting stronger and stronger and starting to rot inside of you. This is your lower sexual nature still having power over you. Instead of suppressing it, when you transform your relationship to this energy, transform your relationship to these sexual urges, they have no power over you. You choose what you do with that energy. It used to be you only had one possible outcome to filling that desire. You have to act on it in a sexually impulsive way. But as you train, as you develop your mind, develop your body, develop your energetic system, you can hold that energy and you can choose what you turn that powerful energy into. Rather than just discarding it and losing the charge and having to recover, you can turn it into something else. And so you're able to engage in the world freely, not worrying about being triggered by, certain images or posts or things people say. This is not mastery. You're always on edge, having to walk on eggshells, having to suppress things 24/7. It takes a lot of energy to hold your shadows in the closet. When you learn to redirect the energy through your body, changing the form of it, you become an alchemist. And you turn this raw, crude energy into something with infinite potential, an infinite resource for you to develop yourself to become who you truly want to be and manifest your highest potential in this lifetime. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're ready to go deep into sexual kung fu training, check out my 12-week course, Multi-Orgasmic Man. This is a complete guide for you to learn how to manage your sexual energy, open up the channels of your body so that you can redirect this energy through your whole body, experiencing full body, non-ejaculatory orgasms and lasting for hours in bed. Find more information in the description of this video. Please subscribe to my channel, give this video a like, and leave a comment below. Have a great day, my friends.